Alright, budget magic time. Playing some mono black vehicles in modern. 4 lands is more than we ever want. This hand's so reliant on Painseer. I think we're going to mulligan. Well, what happens when you draw 3 Night Market lookouts? Oh, come on, no anger of the gods. Blood Crypt for our opponent, untapped. Well, alright. There goes the Night Market lookout. This hand. Oh, not the best of mulligans. Takes a Night Market lookout. Deck. More lands. We scryed you to the bottom swamp. Play Night Market lookout. Pass the turn. Lottery Grave for our opponent. And passes. Ooh, I like that. Let's Inquisition our opponent. Million bolts and a Death Shadow. Well, we'll take a bolt. We don't have any of our take a Death Shadow. We don't have any of our recursive threats, unfortunately. Play Night Market lookout. Pass the turn. So opponent's hand is bad, our hand is equally bad. Except we mulliganed. Man, if these Night Market lookouts were any of our other oh, deck! Oh my goodness. This hand is working out brutally poorly. Flooding out. Oh, deck! Oh my goodness. We're playing 20 lands specifically to avoid this catastrophe. But the catastrophe is happening as we speak. There goes our removal spell. And, oh man, as bad as we are running is as good as our opponent is running. We have Mega Flooded, opponent, action, 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 all across the board. And I think that's just game. I mean, I don't even know what to say. The deck is performing super badly in this round. And our opponent, I mean, yeah. They were empty-handed as well, remember. And we're just going to scoop, not show our opponent more of our hand. Yeah. Well, when you're both empty-handed, it's whoever top decks best, and our opponent top deck best. We will bring in our Victim of Nights. This should be such a good matchup in some ways. Like, recursive threat. Hard to deal with threats. We have so many things, recursive threat, that are like match up so well against the discard jank. But for some reason our hand was 3 Night Market lookouts and a Dismember, and we literally drew 4 or 5 lands in a row in our 20 land deck. So that's not going to win games. Not going to win games at all. I think we're going to go down a couple of Dismembers, and I think we're going to go up a couple of Ratchet Bombs. And we will go down 1 Inquisition and 1 Night Market lookout. Try it like that. Let's see if our deck will play along for a real game of Magic. Survey says, alright, I mean, this is better. This is more of a hand that we're looking for. Not one of our best hands, because there's no Smuggler's Copter, but this is like a keepable hand of Magic cards that actually does things. So lead on Inquisition, take Snapcaster, pass the turn. Would love to draw a Smuggler's Copter. I think that's the card we want most. Pluto Delta for our opponent, cracks it. Also worth noting that our opponent's deck loses a lot of life. They intentionally hurt themselves a lot. There's a Serum Visions, and opponent likes them both. Both are staying on top, which is not good. Opponent passes. Ooh, there's a Copter. Well, play Swamp, play Smuggler's Copter, pass the turn. That's the draw we wanted, so that part is good. Opponent Thought Scours away one of the cards I left on top. Cycle Street Wraith, down to 15. Bloodstained Mire, cracks it. If they drew Death Shadow, there is a risk that we get combo killed. They do have Teamer Battle Rage in hand. Is it a big delve thing? Alright, you're a Mega Angler. So play the Swamp, play Night Market lookout, crew up our Smuggler's Copter, drain our opponent to 11, get in with Copter, loot, discard a... I think we just discard the land, hit our opponent to 8, play Painseer, and pass the turn. Opponent has a Swamp, 2 mana, Collective Brutality kills our Painseer, down to 19. Opponent gets in. Well, let's play Dread Wanderer, play Painseer, crew up our Copter, attack with both, loot, yes. Ooh, discard Scrap Heap. That's a pretty big draw. Opponent's down to 5. Double striking an angler doesn't kill us, though. And we actually have a victim of night to... Oh, it's a zombie. It's a zombie! Oh my goodness. Well, our opponent has to not die to our board. Opponent passes. Painseer. We get a land and a Painseer. I mean, I think we go for it. Play a swamp. Get back Scrap Heap. Crew up our copter. Attack with everything. Opponent has a Terminate. Alright, we know their last card. Still gonna attack with everything. Drain our opponent. Hit him to 1. Hit him to 2. Kills the Painseer. Goes to 1. We follow up with another Painseer. Pass the turn. And dare our opponent to find a way out of this. They can't. I mean, Night Market Lookout, all it has to do is tap to kill our opponent. So that went pretty well. That went super duper pretty well. Maybe go down a Ratchet Bomb for another Dismember. Relic is also interesting. It does shut off Delves and Snapcasters. It's not a threat, though. We'll bring it in over Inquisition. Try it like that. 1 land. Yeah, we gotta ship that one. Alright, I guess we keep the land for Ether Sphere. Flooded Strand for our opponent. Cracks it. Watery Grave untapped. Leads on a Thoughtseize. Maybe we should have just put the swamp to the bottom to try to find more action. Takes Ether Sphere. Well, play a swamp. Pass the turn. Opponent Thought Scours. Plays Polluted Delta. Cracks Polluted Delta. Steam Vents. Down to 12. And Cerm Visions. Opponent 1 on top. Well, let's play Scrounger. Pass the turn. Opponent is down to 12. That's not that many hits to kill it. There's a Thoughtseize. Takes our hard removal spell. This means Death Shadow's coming. Gets a swamp. Oh, Gurmag Angler. Okay. Oh, play a Scrounger. Play a swamp. Pass the turn. The problem is our opponent can counter with Stubborn Denial, our Dismember. Opponent goes attacking. This means they must have a follow-up threat. Hits us down to 15. Fatal pushes a Scrounger. Alright. We draw a not great swamp. Well, get in with Scrounger. Opponent has a Bolt. Play a swamp. Play a Scrounger. Pass the turn. Opponent getting in. Oh, no, not getting in. Well, I think we got a Scrounger, exile Scrounger. Play Smuggler's Copter. Pass the turn. Thought Scours. Mills a Death Shadow. Opponent seems like they definitely have the counter. Opponent passes. We draw a bad land. Well, crew up our copter. Opponent found a Terminate. Pass the turn. Oh, this Angler. Man, I'd love to draw another removal spell. Opponent. They drew a Death Shadow, I believe, which probably means game over. Fatal Push. And a Tassiger. Good God. Well, we gotta go for it. If our opponent's got the counter to go with all this, they got the counter. They do. And I think that's game. Yep. That's very unfortunate.
Thanks for watching the video. If you haven't already, take a minute and click that subscribe button. It's a great way to support the channel for free, and you'll find the next video in the playlist right here.